we get to say adios, amigos. Adios. Bye-bye. Don't feel good, don't look good, ain't good, don't treat you good. We get to release it. And so here we are, another day. Welcome to the Law of Attraction, day 1370. Boop, 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 bah. I am your humble host, Darlaina Rose, and just as excited today on day 1370 as I was on day one. So I thank you all for taking the time to be with all of us this morning in all of our spaces, our YouTube, our Instagram, our TikTok, and right here on Zoom. I have our affirmation cards today, and they start with I take a deep breath and allow myself to relax. My whole body calms down. Some people just need to calm down. Calm down. Be easy. Could you calm down? Could you be easy? Be easy. And there's something about calming down and being easy that is good for you and all those involved. Lord, let me calm down, Lord. Let me calm down, Lord. Because if I calm down, everybody gonna get to leave in one piece. The other side said it does not matter what other people say or do. What matters is how I choose to react and what I choose to believe about myself. You know, people will always have opinions of you. People will always have ideas of what they think you should be doing. And it's so funny about how those people operate because the same advice they're giving you, they probably need to take themselves. What does the Bible say about people trying to pull a rafter? I mean, trying to pull a splinter out of your eye, and they got a whole rafter in theirs. What's a rafter exactly? Is it little like the splinter, or is it jahugic? A rafter, like a rafter, like a piece of a beam. People got beams in their eyes and trying to pull a splitter out of yours. You know, just laugh and sip your tea. That's what I do. And this is so right. I turn every experience into an opportunity. It's an opportunity. That's why I mind my business. Yes, Danny, I mind my business too. See, we already determined about the businesses, right? Your business, my business, and God's business. I'm not gonna mind your business. I'm not gonna mind God's business. I'm just gonna mind my business. And trust me, that is plenty. I don't know how people got time to mind your business, their business, and other people's business. And then when they talk to you, they want to tell you about all the business. And I feel so good because there used to be a time I used to humor people and listen to them talk about whatever. Oh, look at the time. I gotta go, girl. Let me get back to you. Hold that thought. You won't hear from me again. Because that's your conversation about other people. Tell me about you. Tell me about what you got going on. Tell me how your life is being improved or stuck or whatever. Talk about you. Trust me, there's so much more to talk about than other people when you are trying to live a great life, when you are trying to get to the things that make you feel good that you want to do every single day. That is should be your only focus. Not what he did, she did, and they did, and who they doing it with. Like, who cares? You know, the thing that we are learning is that people gone people. People gonna be people every day when you wake up. They gonna do the things, they gonna say the things, and that's just a part of life. But there's so much reading to be done. There's so much learning to be done that who got time. Yo, we just added a whole situation to our life as if our life was not full enough. We are so focused on growing that ain't nobody got time for none of that stuff. Like, how many? We don't have no time for the nonsense, right? No, it be nonsense. People want to just feel sorry and not like, what's the plan? What we doing next? I get it. It's tough. But what we doing next? It says each problem has a solution. All experiences are opportunities for me to learn and grow, and I am safe. I'm going to keep learning, I'm going to keep growing, and I'm safe to do it. I'm safe to learn and I'm safe to grow. So, yesterday was our first installment of The Artist's Way. 4.5 hours we were together to get through the preface, the introduction, and chapter one. And I don't know about y'all, but it was so good. I'm so happy we started this. So we are well off into week one. Today was the first day of writing out your morning pages before you pick up your phone, before you turn on the TV, before you do anything. Just get all of the things that's in your mind out. How did that feel? Did that feel good? Somebody want to tell me about their experience this morning? Cause this gonna be something. This gonna be like that pen was. I'm like, oh, look, it's going by itself. Look at that. Oh my goodness. What else you gonna say? Oh wow, the pen had a mind of its own.
It did. And I am Grand Rising,
Grand
first
Rap.
off. I am, or I have prior not been a person to write down my thoughts. Like, I don't trust people.
Yeah.
So I tried to have a diary years ago. And I was like, nope, because I would hear about my friends. My mommy read my diary. And I was like, I don't want my mother to read my diary. And then I tried to journal, same thing. But maybe, hmm, maybe that was like 8 years ago. Might have
Yeah.
been a little longer than that. But I was here in Georgia and I had started writing down some things. And I wrote down some things about a guy that I was talking to at the time. And then I end up meeting another guy, and that didn't work out with that guy. And that guy threw in my face. He said, "Yeah, I see why it ain't working because it didn't work with that other one. You wrote blase blah blah blah." And I said, "Ain't that about a bit?" He had read what I wrote. I said, "See, that's why." And I remember like when I was writing it down that day. I said, I was just writing down just some general stuff about myself. And then
Mhm.
so that's what he threw back at me. He was like, well, yeah, you still need to work on that. You still like this. You still like, and I said, see, that's why I don't write stuff down because it's going to come back. But I got up this morning and I did. I wrote and it felt really good. I
Yeah.
thought I was going to talk about something else, today, but I'm gonna come back and talk to it tomorrow. Um, but more stuff came. I was like, there is no way I could do 3 pages, and I was like, well, maybe she meant 3 pages of another book because this is some long pages. Like this is a
Yes.
big book. So I was like, there is no way that I'm gonna have 3 things. I mean, 3 pages of things to write about. Well, that's not true. And then my daughter, she woke up this morning to come give me a hug, and I was saying in my head, I don't want to say anything. Like the first thing I want to do is just write. So she didn't even say good morning. She saw my pen and my journal or workbook, whatever you call it, and she just hugged me, and then she went on about her business.
Mm.
And I wrote. And then I went in there right now before I got on the call to tell her, my bad. It wasn't that I was ignoring you, because I gave her a hug. And she said, I didn't really want to say anything either. I just wanted to hug you. But I really wanted to share some other things with the book today. But I
Yes.
said, maybe it wasn't time. I'll do it tomorrow. But I started getting a cramp in my fingers. And I said, I think this is a form of resistance.
Resistance
Yep. I said, I
and
think this,
exercise. You need to
yeah,
exercise.
yeah, yeah. And I needed exercise too,
They
I'm
haven't,
sure.
they haven't been exercised in a while.
No, they have
But
not.
I tell people, listen, I got journals upon journals upon journals, and I lost a good amount, especially the ones from when my life was in pure hell and turmoil. I lost those in a flood. But I promise you, if you pick up my books, you may find your name in it, and you might not be happy about what you see in there. So I suggest you mind your business. Cause guess what? My thoughts are my thoughts. And however it come up and come out, listen, that's between you and you. Cause that is private. And if you find it, tough titty on you, you should mind your business. That's how I feel about it. If somebody listen, what they used to say this about women going through men's phones and things. If you look for it, you will find it. So stop looking for it. Because guess what? Whatever you're supposed to find out, you absolutely will. Ask me how I know. Anything that goes on in the dark will always show up in the light. See, we don't have to look for anything. All we got to do is say, Lord, what is going on? Something just don't feel right. That's all you got to say. And then you'll be doing laundry and find some girl's electric bill that say paid because your husband paid for it. Oh, this is who it is. Okay, no problem. See, I wasn't even looking, and I found out because something ain't right. You don't got to go looking for it. In due time, it will show up. It always does. So all we got to do is keep minding our own business and leaving other folk business alone. So I'm really grateful for the artist way, and what it's going to bring to us. And we definitely had some revelations in that time. And this lady that put this together is just really just amazing. And we're learning all the things that we need to do in this 12 weeks. I don't know, but I journals. I mean, I wrote so much during the reading. It was so good. It's so good. I have to put the recording in the Telegram group. I finally figured out how to get it. When I got it, I sent it to Sherry because Sherry had asked for it direct. Did you get it in your email, Sherry? All 4.5
I
hours.
haven't checked yet. I'll have to check
Okay.
later on. Yep. On
Okay.
my way to church.
No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So, today in our 5 minutes of gratitude, it starts with the quote: gratitude is one of the sweet shortcuts to finding peace of mind and happiness inside. No matter what is going on outside of us, There's always something we could be grateful for. There's always something we could be grateful for. And this is from Barry Neil Kaufman. Isn't that true? That is so true. Gratitude is one of the sweetest shortcuts to finding peace of mind. I like that. I like that a lot. Peace of mind and happiness inside, not outside, inside, because the world could be going crazy out there. Anywhere out there in your house, out there around, out there in a lot of places. But gratitude is one of the sweetest shortcuts to finding peace of mind and happiness inside, no matter what is going on outside of us. There's always something we could be grateful for. So fill in the four blanks. A sight, sound, or feeling that reminds me why life is so amazing. One way my life is better now than I ever expected it to be. A challenging experience that helped me grow into a better version of myself. Someone I get to spend time with today. You know, I use this book over and over. It says Nona Carey shooting her show. Nona Carey shooting her show. Nona Carey. That I think that's gonna be the words that we all get to say. Nona
Wow,
Carey.
that was a year ago.
It says
Was
May
or
May 8th, May 18th.
wow.
Yep. Nona Carey shooting her show. Come on, Nona Carey shooting her show. I think that's just gonna be a lot of words that we get to say all the time. Nona Carey shooting her show, because it's gonna be so many of them, and we're gonna all be a part, all of us. Like, oh, Nona Carey shooting that for me, and Nona Carey's the producer on that, and Nona Carey came up with that idea. We're doing that. I'm doing that. You know, it's like Nick Cannon. He comes up with a show every time he thinks of something fun. Him and Kevin Hart are best friends, and they prank each other real bad all the time. Nick Cannon for Kevin Hart's birthday sent him a llama, and he don't like animals. He sent him a llama, and so then Kevin Hart got a billboard and put Nick Cannon's phone number on it, and had all these people calling his phone. It was so funny. He was like, "Yeah, my phone blew up every day. Hello, this is Nick. Hello, this is Nick." Like, what is? Why am I getting all these phone calls? And then he get a picture of, "Hey, this is Kevin Hart. Call Nick." On billboards. He put billboards up, and so because they pranked each other, they came up with a show called Prank Wars, and now they are working with other celebrities, pranking other celebrities. And they still show all the pranks that they do to each other. Hilarious. He got another game show. I don't know what it's called, but they in the backyard playing spades. And people watch him play cards with his three friends, three other comedians, and it's just, we don't stop laughing. He just keeps coming up with ideas, and one of his most successful shows, Wildin' Out, that show been on for 19 seasons, and it's just all jokes and all funny, all classrooms and just everything. Like, he just keep coming up with a show. Every time I see it, I'm like, he got another one, and he keeps coming up with shows and babies. I don't know how many kids that man got now. Maybe like 10. Because one of the prank gifts that Kevin Hart sent him was a condom dispenser machine to put in his office. He was like, "Yeah, yeah, that's not gonna work." And then he came up with a show, um, a prank for a game show where it was three women, like the Bachelorettes, that said they wanted to have Nick Cannon's baby. That was the talk show. I mean, the game show. I want to have Nick Cannon's baby, and he tricked him into coming there. I'm the second of 10. So yeah, I know what it is to have a whole bunch. But his dynamic is a little bit different because they a little spread out between people. We was all together in the same house, so that was just different. So yeah, so I just know we're gonna be saying Nona Carey show, Nona Carey show, Nona Carey show, Nona Carey show. Nona Carey is the producer, Nona Carey is the creator, Nona Carey is like, yeah, that's what I feel. Y'all feel that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that. Because what you want show number three that we know about, we know it's more to come. So excited for you. So let's jump into our deep breath of life daily inspiration for heart centered living. Today is September the 21st. We have an eclipse today, and it is a new moon. New moon, new opportunities, new manifestations for sure. So it starts with the words, oh, this is by Alan Cohen. So this is a book that is for daily inspiration for people who live from their hearts like we do. So it starts with the words abundant universe. Of course, it's abundant universe. And it says there is room at the top for everybody. There is room at the top for everybody. And that's anonymous. It says, I remember the Saturday afternoon long ago when the ticket taker at a movie theater handed me a petition to sign against the establishment of cable television. At that time, cable was just an idea, and movie owners feared that if people were able to watch movies at home, they would lose interest in attending the theater. Now, cable has become almost as common as telephone, and both theaters and cable, with hundreds of available channels, are booming. In addition, home video is a mega business, and pay-per-view satellite screening is a thriving enterprise. Contrary to the early sense of threat that theater owners felt, cable did not detract from movie business, but enhanced it. The two forms of media were not in competition at all. Ultimately, they empowered one another. The notion of competition is fear based and has little value in a creative world. There is room in the world for many good ideas. The element that determines your success in a venture is not what the person around the corner is doing, but what you are doing. Invest your work with integrity, caring, creativity, and service, and you are sure to succeed. Eliminate from your mind the notion that someone else can take away your good. You are the source of your life and experience, and everything that comes to you or goes from you is a result of your consciousness. It is quite literally possible for everyone on the planet to succeed gloriously at whatever their heart calls them to do. I pray to think with you, God. Help me remember that I create my life and my consciousness, and support me to live from truth. I can have it all because I am it all. I can have it all because I am it all. That made me think of that video that was going around. You think it's small, you need to think big. You think it way too small, you need to think big. Think bigger about your life. I think that in this world that we live in, it's not that people, I don't know, but it's like people really think too small of themselves. People don't believe that they could create all that they want. People don't believe that their life could be bigger than it is now, that they really could lean in and do some stuff. Like where there's a will, there's a way. That's a thing. Where there's a will, there's a way. You can create the life of your dreams. What are you waiting for? The world is waiting for you. No matter what that thing is that you do, whether you write, sing, dance, create spaces for other people, cook food, I don't know, make clothes, whatever you're creative, paint. And some of us do a lot of the things. And people would make us think that we need to choose something. You don't need to choose. You can do it all. I was speaking to a woman, and she said, "You know, Darlaina, you can do more than one business at a time." And I said, "Why you say that? How you know what I'm thinking?" You know, God speaks to us through people all the time. And sometimes we feel like we have to choose. You got to choose, you got to pick one. When you see the people who are uberly, overly rich, they may have started with one thing and then added another thing and another thing and another thing and another thing. I look at, you know, some of the people here, and what they do. They started, I think Miss Skittles started with just a community of women, online community of women, teaching them business, teaching how she did business, how she created this amazing business and end up getting voted out of it and lost her $1 million business. And after being depressed for some time, one of her friends said, "If you built that one, you could build another one. And it ain't gonna be the same without you." She don't even talk about that anymore. I mean, she talks about it, but we don't know like what company that was. She was living up in New York, driving her pink Hummer, and that happened. She is now down here and has created Girl Mob, the Bakery Co-work, the Icing Agency, and Creamery Studios, all around bakeries and good stuff. So Girl Mob is a group of women in business, women that want to be in business, women that want to learn how to be in business. And each of us seed and sow into each other. And then that same group, she created the Bakery Co-work so that we could take it offline and meet in person. And then she has so many online classes, so many in-person classes, and it's all included in $100 a month membership. The Girl Mob is huge. Thousands of women. So the Bakery Co-work, Creamery Studios is the event space inside of the co-work. And then the Icing Agency is the marketing agency that she has in there to help you to build your brand and market your business. All she did was found a need and filled it. And then made it all pink and girly and pretty. So, and then every once in a while, she gets all the girly and pretty girls together and go on a trip and mob someplace. Guess what? You could do the same exact thing that she does. And it would be your way, the same thing, but your way. Maybe instead of pink, maybe you do purple. Maybe you do yellow. Whatever. There is not enough people in the world to take care of all of these people. She is only one person. And her staff, they are amazing too. But it's still a nation of people assigned to you. So there's plenty of room. I remember Lisa Nichols was talking about one of the things that she is doing. She had some kind of event, and a lady was there, and she was like, "Well, Lisa, if you're already a coach, I can't be a coach because you're already one." Lisa said, "Girl, listen, my books are full. I am a human being. I need all of y'all to be coaches. Every person in this room, I need you to bring your gifts and talents out so that the world can see you and call you so I can get a break. And guess what? The way I do it ain't gonna be the way you do it. And who hears me ain't the same people that's gonna hear you. We may say the same thing. For instance, The Secret. The Secret, the movie has over 27 secret teachers. All of them didn't make the movie, but 27 teachers, 27 people saying the same exact thing 27 different ways. You might be attracted to Lisa Nichols. You might be attracted to Jack Canfield. You might be attracted to T. Harv Eker. You might be attracted to Bob Proctor. So many people came out of that on top because people heard all of them differently and listened to them differently. I have an old recording. I found my iPod, iPod. And I think my friend said, oh, they came out in like 2001 or something. It still works. The battery doesn't stay on, so I have to keep it on a charger to listen to it. And I connect it to my speaker. And on there, I have a recording. It's called The Secret Teachers Live. It was when Lisa Nichols was just coming out. It was her first time speaking. And it was so good, so good. And every time I hear it, I hear Lisa, I hear Jack Canfield, I hear John Assaraf, T. Harv Eker is on there. Um, who else? Is it somebody else? It might just be those four. And it continues to be a great thing to remind us of who we are and why we're here and to lean in to our own work. So if you didn't get the message before, get the message now to lean in, do your stuff, pick up the artist way, join us on Zoom. We're not on social media with this one. But if you want to be a part of the 12 weeks, this is our first week and it's already kind of intense. Next week won't be too tough, I pray, because we should have all these days of morning pages done and really feeling our creativity coming out. You know, some people don't realize that creativity is connected to your business and your work. The more creative you can be, the more enhanced all aspects of your life will be. The more free your mind is, the more, because you know a lot of the things that's in our mind, like she said, is the minutia that keeps us from doing some of the stuff that we want to do. It's the stuff that's holding us back. So even if you don't join us, take time to write your stuff out in the morning before you even start your day. It is really a good thing. So I'm really grateful and thankful for each of you being here. I'm so excited for what is to come. Dr. Loretta is not here today, so we'll just say our prayers ourselves. I want to say that we are blessed going in, we are blessed coming out. Oh, thank you so much. We are blessed. Hold on, what's the words? I done got a whole blank. Who gonna help me? Somebody help me, please.
We're
Cause
blessed in the city, we're blessed in the field.
yes. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Let's work it together because I don't
Okay, and
know.
everything is in
No, we're all, and everything is in divine order.
everything's in divine order. As Jabez
David
says,
says, bless
bless
us
us indeed,
indeed.
expand
Expand
our
our
territory,
territory, extend
extend
an
an open
open
hand of
hand of
favor
favor
to
to
us,
us
so that
that
we
That
we
we
do
may
may
do
no
do
no
harm.
no
harm.
harm,
And
and
we
So
we
we
let
let
go
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 and
and
let
and
let
God
let
God
God
and
and
go
go
with the
go
with the
with
flow
the
flow
flow
and
and
let
and
let
the
let
the
the
blessings
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 and the money
and
and
the
the
roll
money
money
in
roll in
roll in,
north, south,
south,
east,
and
and
east,
east,
west,
west.
west,
from above
above and
and
beneath,
beneath, from
from
known
known
and
and
unknown
unknown
sources.
sources.
We have supernatural unlimited money, sowing supernatural unlimited seeds. And we live and give from God's abundant overflow.
So we
So
never run out.
we have money to spend, money to lend, and money to keep, to do whatever our hearts so desire, because our bank is
Heaven.
Heaven.
heaven. Oh
Yes.
my goodness. I'm so grateful for all we get to do together. Jeremiah said heaven, and Quentin Brown said amen. There's so much to be in gratitude for. We get to live this life one good time. This is not dress rehearsal. This is not I'm going to practice for tomorrow. This day right now you are on stage living the play of life. This is not dress rehearsal. This is the real deal. So get up and live. Lean in and live. This is your time. It is
Yep.
your life. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. So thank you everybody for being here. Does anybody have anything they want to add before we go? Okay. Thank you for being here. Have an amazing day on purpose. I'll see you tomorrow,